So I'm just leaving my grandparents' house. Who out of breath from coming from the porch. We came over here in 2 cars, which has worked out perfectly for me because it's a little bit after 7 and I'm ready to go home, even though everybody else is still here playing games. So I packed up some of the dessert and I'm gonna go home and be with my cats. And I'm not really sure what. I videotaped videotape, that sounds so old schooly. I recorded a What's in My Purse Chronic Illness Edition video earlier, and I need to figure out how to use the YouTube video editing software because it's a little choppy. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad I get to go home. Hello, welcome to my room, which I'm not going to show you a lot of because it is extremely messy. When my pretty much my entire year has been hospital and treatment and doctor's appointments and all that, and yeah, cleaning my room doesn't really come as a priority. This lighting is bothering me. I'm gonna fix it. Is that better? Mostly better. So I didn't really explain in that last clip. I said I was driving home from my grandparents. Today is New Year's Day, or is finishing up New Year's Day. I have grandparents who are local to where I live, and I have grandparents who are out of state, and we usually fly or drive and spend Christmas with my out-of-state grandparents. And normally we do our Christmas celebration with my local grandparents before that, but timing and school and life didn't work out that was able to happen, so we were celebrating today. We did our gift exchange, and we had hot pot for dinner, which I love, but it was very hard for me with my anxiety, with my around contamination and germs. My OCD is primarily centered on that, so having there be raw meat like actively on the table with people able to touch it, and it was too much. So, but I got through it. I ate, which is a good thing. But then it was just, it's been a long day. I took a shower today, which is a big deal. And by a big deal, I mean a big effort with my physical issues and my heart rate and the dizziness, and it's a lot to do that, so that kind of wiped me out. And I rested over there. I lived with my grandparents for a few months this fall, so I have a room over there that I could go to, but I was just ready to come home and be in home and quiet. It's quiet right now because none of the rest of my family came home with me, so I brought cookies. So I will be enjoying those after this. Where am I going with this? It's a very good question. I've been thinking a lot going into this new year. Because 2018 kind of sucked a lot. It was bad. I mean, a lot of really important things happened, and in order for me to be who I am now, 2018 had to happen, but it wasn't an easy journey to get to this point. And last night I sat down and I wrote up this reflection over 2018. And for me, because of events that happened, 2018 for me really started in September of 2017 when I went through a really bad breakup. And things just, the ball started rolling down the hill, and things came in and punched the ball so it would go faster. And I can talk about that more in a separate video. Because there's a lot in there with 3 separate hospitalizations and different outpatient programs. I went on this wonderful trip to France with my mom for a month. That was fantastic. I believe the cover photo on my channel is the one with me in the field of poppies. That's from France. But yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about kind of like the end of 2018 and opening the door into 2019. I feel like I'm going into this year with a lot more realistic hopes or thoughts, I guess, about how, or expectations. Expectations is a better word. And in that, I'm kind of going into it with unspecific expectations, because if this past year has taught me anything, this past year and a half has taught me anything, it's that life chooses and life happens, and you could have the most detailed plan for what you're going to do and how things are going to be, and then life happens and throws you off course, and you know, you can't change that. You can control how you react to it most of the time, but it's just, that's how life goes. And it sucks. It does. It really sucks. But so much good can come out of it as well. Like I said in a previous video, I'm graduating from my outpatient therapy program this Friday, which kind of marks the end of, well, not the end, it marks like a closure point in my psychiatric treatment, which is really what this whole last year has been about. And so I'm feeling better about that, and I'm feeling good going into this new year, more stable, and if I become unstable, I'm more equipped to handle what comes at me because of all the skills and things I've learned. But I'm also going into 2019 with all of my physical issues, physical symptoms, everything that I'm experiencing in that area has been increasing over 2018, or really over my whole life, but it's gotten marked. It's gotten significantly worse, and the decline has gotten significantly faster. And so I'm going into this new year with a foot in the door of trying to get a diagnosis for a chronic illness, for likely 2, 3, I don't know how many chronic illnesses that are for the reason why I'm experiencing these symptoms. And that is a really hard path to be going down, because I've dealt with a lot of invalidation about how I'm feeling from doctors and from family members, friends, random people. Just, the world doesn't really accept chronic illness as much as as much as we wish it would. Which is part of what this channel is about, is to raise awareness for chronic illness, share what it's like for me, this process, because for me, watching other YouTubers who are going through chronic illness has been really helpful to me, to knowing I'm not alone, to knowing that people have got my back in this, and that it's not just doctors who tell me, you're too young to have health problems, what do you expect me to do? Get over it and exercise. Meditate! They always tell you to meditate. It doesn't fix everything. Just saying. So I'm hoping to... I work really hard to break this, to do my part on breaking the stigma around mental illness. As that is something that is a huge part of my life and is going to be a part of my life. Again, I can make some videos on more specifics about that if there is interest. But I like to be real. I try to be honest, not sugarcoat things. You know, this is life. We only get one life, and I want to make it a good one. So, oh, there's my cat. That's Minerva. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of her. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, good girl. Sorry. So yeah, I'm going into 2019 with no resolutions, because resolutions, I think, are unrealistic, because I can be like, I'm gonna do this is what I'm gonna do in 2019, and tomorrow everything could change, and then it would be something completely different. It's unrealistic to expect that my life is gonna stay the same around this one thing for the whole year, because things change, and new people come into your life, people leave your life, sickness, sometimes really positive things will happen that will derail you from where you thought you were going to be. So I don't want to shut the door on being able to experience that. So I'm going into 2019 hopeful, and I'm going to be working on being mindful of what my dreams are, what my hopes are, my goals, things that I try, things that do not work, how I'm feeling, my relationships with people, what relationships matter to me and are worth putting in the hard work that it takes for a relationship, be it romantic or friendship. They're not easy, but they're worth it. Worth putting in the work. And I'm just going to be open-minded and ready to accept what comes. I'm sure I'm going to hate it a lot of the time. I'll be like this right now, and then 20 minutes later I'll be like, why do I have chronic illness? When am I going to be out of pain? And that's not the kind of thinking that's going to help me get through the day. That's the kind of thinking that's going to leave me hopeless, because the pain probably won't go away. But I'm looking forward to the things that 2019 has to offer, like going back to school full time. But that is something I'm holding a little bit distant, because I will drop classes and stop going to school if that's what my health needs, and it very well may be that way. So, I'm ready to take it, 2019, but please don't take that as throw lots of stuff at me that is unnecessary. I'll take what you have to give me, but like don't push it. So, thanks for watching this video. Again, if you have any video ideas that you'd like me to make, put them in the comments below, and I will happily make them. Happy 2019!